A lot more.
We'll start with Amazon. So Amazon entered the scene. They spiked the revenue pie. They took away a lot of the business to e-commerce and the bigger infrastructure for warehousing and supplying the products to different companies more faster and more efficient than the existing retail structure. So, brick and mortars, they open enormous new opportunities in technology as retailers scramble to reach that level of online shopping. So, really, in today's world, everyone has a mobile, everyone has an app, everybody likes to shop online, see the best value in the deal, and basically they want to have that product as soon as possible shipped to them. We have different competitors. Amazon was one big one that actually took the cake by having vendors actually partner with them to provide their products. What happens with the existing retailers for the local market? They got diminished because that mentality, the new generation started doing more efficient tasks rather than the old traditional way of doing business. So in that, when we actually talk about the North American market right now, so we have a new kid on the block. We got Walmart as well as with Amazon trying to get their e-commerce space growing as well. First quarter 2017 earnings was $37 billion. Same time last year was 29. And then Walmart entered the race and had a major heavy investment in e-commerce in recent years and have announced 29% online sales growth. That's pretty significant because Walmart is a big giant. They didn't want to stay behind, want to compete with Amazon. How are they operating on this? They have an infrastructure that has been set up, they have a projection, a business strategy, and they are capturing major market share. What we are trying to do now is how are they finding this talent for the operations? So before, people used to reach out to us in the retail industry, say we need customer service agents, retail sales individuals that are on floor selling the products to the direct customers. Now, the impact is, can you find me a .NET developer? Can you find me a PHP developer? Can you find me a data scientist, a data analyst? They want to do more R&D on the back end to deliver the similar results in a more efficient workflow than they're already doing before. So that's changing. The mindset of retail operations is all about, number one, security when you're doing the e-commerce projects, and these are the innovative things that are coming out in the retail market right now. So, first of all, mobile can be good and bad. Number two, there's a lot of information that is stored in your system, and Apple as well has a tracking device in your phone that can actually track your analytics, not only on shopping now, but also the way you behave and find business out there. So that information is being now partnered with Amazon and Walmart to see where you go and how you find your stuff. So just to give you a heads up, though it is all encrypted, there is data that is flowing through. New trends of recruitment, more digital labor. So right now we're working with a lot of companies in the retail business. Loblaws had some major hires recently in Toronto for a lot of the IT infrastructure, the SAP, the new upgrade systems, and they've been working very heavily on the supply chain. We use LinkedIn. LinkedIn has been a very important tool for a lot of, number one, consumers, customers, candidates, everyone. 150 million users. Everyone wants to be on LinkedIn, trying to get that right position for themselves. They do apply, but what is the hit ratio of applicants? Say you have Loblaws have a job posting out there, and I don't know, there are probably 1,000 applications going in there. How many really get a hit? Even you could be the best qualified person, you probably don't get a hit. So, HR is having struggles because they have a lot of other areas to work on, and they have to utilize staffing agencies to help them out there, right? So, from business professionals, LinkedIn job boards, they've made a killing out of this business because everything is becoming digital. Everything is becoming online. So technology is playing a very big key in talent acquisition. Sooner or later, staffing agencies are going to be history, though I'm trying to promote my agency. The reason they're going to be history is because everything is going to be automated. There's going to be a centralized portal in the future, probably by 2020, if I'm not mistaken, where all the data, the big data, is going to be in the staffing industry, where you'll have all the retail customers, all the consumers, all the employers pitching in for the job and connecting it through a central portal. So our business is transitioning in that direction. And for retail as well, they're always struggling for good talent. Their turnovers are way high in terms of sustaining staff. They're having a hard time and a cost factor just to maintain, train them, get them on board. So we are trying to help them, partner with them, to exclusively find that talent for that company, which can be on a long-term vision rather than a short-term vision. The new trends, employers have different technology platforms that they're using right now. Mobile recruitment, reference checking, various ways. I have a large company, I can't mention the name, but they are having struggles right now because a lot of the existing employees from the recruitment perspective are now transitioning out and creating their own portals for network. They do not want to use any staffing agencies, or even the HR right now does not want to be involved too heavily into the recruitment. They want to be more on the process, building a relationship, helping and retaining the existing staff. So agencies can attract that top talent depending on what type of individuals you're currently looking for. So we will basically go in, meet the clients, engage with them, talk to them, explain to them first of all, we need to understand their needs. An HR in a day can only do so much. You can probably hire 4 or 5 recruiters internally, but how many of those recruiters have only focused on headhunting? And anybody can, if I just ask this question, you know what is headhunting? Anyone? Can you just give me an answer if you don't mind?
So searching for suitable candidates for a client?
Yes, but what is headhunting? Headhunting is actually going into your direct competitor, pulling him out, and then providing him the source right into your direct competition. So if you're, let me give you an example, Dr. Oetker, the pizza McCain Foods. So they're looking for someone from Maple Leaf. So they won't come to us and say, we want to post a job, we want to wait for applicants, we want to wait, just get me someone, but this is our fit criteria, this is what we need, get me someone from Maple Leaf. That's headhunting. So that's what staffing agencies do. They pull people out and give them the better career opportunity with their direct competitors, which enhances their model of business because they understand the needs and the training component is reduced. So that's what's happening. Even food manufacturing, retail, everywhere. So when they post a job, even in technology, let's take an example. Let's talk about a data architect. A data architect for maybe Home Depot, who's doing a back-end infrastructure. And there's another company, let's say Staples. Well, anyone from Staples here? There you go. So yeah, so if Home Depot called me up and said, this is our infrastructure, this is what we need, this is the exact fit, but we want someone coming directly from a competitor because we want to analyze how they're doing it better. So that's what happens, that's business, right? So the amount of time that we have to do the R&D and find that individual through the network is way more efficient for the HR person than a normal HR person that will be posting the job. 98% of HR do not headhunt. 98%. But they are paid the big bucks. Right? Now obviously there are other areas of expertise that they provide, but from a recruitment and staffing, that's where we get specialized. So social networking is always a key. I always mention to individuals that you probably all have a LinkedIn profile. I presume everybody does. You probably are, I don't know if you guys involve yourself a lot heavily in LinkedIn every single day, but if you do, you'll find a lot of opportunities. Whether they're business acumen people that are looking for business with you, if there are individuals that are trying to network with you, there's a huge market on social media itself where retail companies within that sector can find the type of individuals they're actually looking for without headhunting even. If you really build a group of individuals that you like to attract, you can actually do that with a systematic approach. We actually provide that opportunity for you as well to show you how that's done as well. So if tomorrow you have a need, you have a group of product support individuals that you have a new product that you want to promote, you can actually create a program in LinkedIn right now that automates the individuals to come to you through a campaign process. So, and retail is always looking for good talent right now because they got a number one is fast pace. They got to have people coming in all the time. They got to make sure that they're on the ball, getting it done. They're hardly having any. They're having the new innovation of e-commerce and technology being involved with it. It is hard for them to cope up. So we got to be fast, to the point, get the individual there, make sure he has the right vision, and retain those people. The biggest issues in retail right now is retaining employees. There's a high turnover. So, how a staffing agency is different. So, first of all, clients, the most immediate benefit they notice is that they can recapture time. Time is money in any business. Whether you're looking at talent, whether you're doing any operational levels, you need to make sure that you're efficient and you have a right workflow. There are companies in this area that also provide workflow processes within different businesses, and that helps you actually capture your workflow, what's going on within that field. What we are doing is stop the hemorrhaging of money on job staffing postings. You know how expensive job postings are right now? Just an average price, does anybody know? In LinkedIn, if you just wanted to post a job, $350 for one job posting. That's, if you significantly have 50 jobs and you're not networking, you're not investing time within your people, how much money are you blowing out to get the talent? That's a significant amount of money, right? So we're providing that efficient way of saying, hey, listen, instead of investing so much and time and resources into the portal for job postings, either you network, have a building business on your business name, people know you, they come to you, or you engage with us and we do that work for you. So that's another way of doing it. Outsourcing always, not every time is the best need, but it depends on the situation and the budgets of every customer. Recruiting specialists, we do all the heavy lifting. So people sometimes undermine staffing agencies, saying, staffing agencies, they all care about just money. They want to make a buck out of every job. You know what? They do want to make a buck out of every job like any other business. But the difference in the staffing agency is how much time are they consuming and understanding your business. They partner with you to help you find the right talent as soon as possible. That is a big capture. We give you guarantees on those candidates. We make sure that they're there. And I've had one candidate that left his job in 13 years with my clients within the guarantee. That's because we, number one, are transparent. We give them a real picture of what's going on with the business and what they're getting into. What's important is transparency in business, is transparency in production, is transparency in individuals that are coming to your organization. In this fierce market, you want to make sure that you're always transparent in your work, you always give your 100%, and you want to make sure that people value that. So, 3 things. Specialization, focus on talent within the specific sector. Now, agencies, there are large agencies, there are small agencies, there are different types of agencies in Toronto. Would you rather go to an agency that does generalist, jack of all trades, or would you rather go to an agency that would just specialize within that one sector? Anyone that can answer the question? What would your preference be?
You want to go into the one that specializes.
Why is that?
Because they probably know more about that particular industry and the job qualifications compared to someone who's more general.
Okay, so great answer. So just a quick thing in that aspect is say for you're looking for a need within your business. You approach a staffing agency right now and say, listen, we have a specific need, we need a specific target, we have a specific skill set. A specialized approach is always the best way to go. There are companies that are built on different platforms, but have specialized branches within their platform, right? There's a reason for that, because it saves time for R&D. If I was going to a generalist staffing firm for my resources, I would be stuck. Because by the time they finish the R&D, it would have been so much more time consuming that you would probably not even get the resource on time, right? So specialization, saving time for HR, and headhunting like we just discussed. So getting back to the basics. Proactive and reactive recruitment. So 2 ways staffing agencies work, and I'm not going to talk bad about my competitors or good about my competitors, but just to give you an idea. So proactive recruitment is always building a talent pool line for your business. You always want to have a good network of individuals that you're approaching through conferences, through social media, through meetings. That's how you do it, right? You find referrals, people that are working in a company, who do you know, what's happening, understand the project business, and then keep building that pipeline of people for your business. Reactive is when you have a need, is when you start looking. That's not the best approach, because what happens is tomorrow, when you have a need, you already remember in a database, if you have a database, that hey, I met this guy, he knew him, so it's easy for me to attract that kind of talent. So it's very important that you always look at your business as proactive rather than reactive. I'm sure everybody here has their own strategies of how they want to run their business, how they want to capture talent, how they want to capture their possibilities of investments and things like that. But proactive nature of an individual comes with experience, time, energy, but a consistent and persistent way of working, right? So the right fit. A lot of the clients now, whether it's in technology or business field, talk about right fit. Can anyone explain to me what does a right fit mean? Let's take an example. You're looking for a job. A client comes to me and says, I'm looking for the right fit for my job or for my business. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of right fit? Anyone?
Depends.
Sorry?
Depends.
Exactly, but what? What a right fit means, the environment, yeah, so the environment that you're going to be going into, so the business environment that you're going to be working under, what is the corporate culture, how do you adapt to the corporate culture, communication skills, right? fundamentals of doing job with the skill set. There are various factors that you take in cooperation when you start talking about all these things, right? So for us, it's always a very tricky area when you start looking for talent. In technology, it's very simple. So from retail customers, they talk about, we just need a strong technical individual that can actually face the client and then sell our product as well. I like technology people, but I'm not sure how good they might be in sales. There could be a sales individual that could be selling the products much more efficiently than a technology individual sitting in the back end. So now it has become two-faced. They want a technology individual going into the sales for the business. So that's where our challenges are coming now, because a lot of technology people don't want to do product sales in front of the people. So a lot of that is changing. The business needs are changing. The hiring managers are more technology-based. They want to go front-end individuals. They want to provide the sourcing and different strategies. So retaining talent. The biggest challenge, like I mentioned before as well, is really retaining this talent right now. We're managing it, developing them, training them, making sure that they come to par for your business is very important. You want to make sure that they are, number one, ensuring the purpose of being there. So make sure that they are actually producing well, but you have to incorporate them within your culture. The amount of time that you would take for that individual. So what the agency world would do is try and analyze that corporate culture within them and then portray that to the client before it actually reaches them. So the amount of time that that person would take to grasp the training and the information for that company would be drastically reduced. That saves that time for the company on training. And productivity goes up faster. So that's a lot of the work that we do in the back end to get that in front of the clients. And it's a pretty small speech, guys. I don't want to keep it too long, but just in general, I just wanted to give you just a picture of how talent works in our business, and we have different type of clients that we work with. We have specialized teams within that business as well. So from retail, technology, and other businesses, if you ever have any needs for us, just we can always touch base and we can give you some ideas and innovative things to do that you probably can find talent on your own without using us as well. So it's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. Any questions? Anyone? Yeah.
I thought it was interesting when you said, because I've noticed this too, that a lot of times you'll look for a technical person that you can sort of try to maybe put in front, like doing sales or something like that.
Yeah.
Have you? So obviously you've experienced that. Like, what's been your experience in like actually placing those types of people? Or?
So right now we work on certain positions like Java developers, Node.js developers, JavaScript developers. Our clients' expectations are that these developers are not only going to be doing backend but also doing presentation of the product to clients directly. So we had to find individuals that were very sales savvy, that had that nature in them, but were able to do technology as well and code at the same time. Very hard, but there are individuals. The percentages of those technology individuals in the market right now are growing because they are understanding that their needs are not just for development, but also client presentation and client facing. And I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but I've noticed it a lot. I have a friend right back there. There you go, he does the same. So, just so that individuals right now, the business is it's all technology based. Everything is technology based. A staffing agency used to be a lot more face-to-face interactions, meeting with the clients all the time. I do meet with all my clients, but some of my clients now are basically saying, just shoot me an email. I don't have the time, Ameet, right? But we're losing that. Even in retail, right? Some retail companies that are dealing with their clients, they tend to push for face-to-face meetings or client meetings. But how many really are engaging themselves on face-to-face basis? All communication right now is going through emails, chats, WhatsApp, like different things, right? So we just want to make sure that your time is best utilized for what you do. The talent you hire is best utilized for what you do. And the best way to portray that business out there is to be part of technology, but don't lose your imminent focus of meeting with clients.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
So So, in your practice, what do you find has a greater weight towards it? The ability for a candidate to adapt to a culture of the new role that they're going into in the organization, or the ability to adapt to a new skill set?
There are two things, and good question actually. So the role is, first of all, everyone wants a career enhancement in where they are right now. So let's take an example. If you are a senior developer, you probably want to become a development lead. You want to manage a set of developers, you want to start handling projects, you want to be in a career progression. So the questions that we would ask the client is, in your imminent project right now, are you seeing this individual actually progressing into this area? Is there a mobility move for this individual? If the client says there is possibility, depending on his skill set and the way he behaves and the way he talks and the way he deals with people, yes, so we portray that to them. That's one area that people like to go into. And the second is also new technologies that they want to get involved with, because a lot of individuals were yet stuck in the times when we started doing development on VB6, which was antique, and then they started transitioning into VB.NET, and now they all want to go into Java, and a lot of the technologies are now getting transitioned to AngularJS and Java and JavaScript for the front end. So, it's hard because a lot of developers that were previous generation, it's hard for them to cope up with this new business. Lucky for the new ones, not good for the individuals that started doing development on VB6 and ASP.NET right now. So that's, again, you've got to analyze what's happening in the business before you take that requirement. You don't just go in and say, which job requirement do you have? Thank you very much for your time, and send 5 resumes. That's not how we work. And that's how you should work. You will partner with the individual, you will make sure you understand the needs, see the career progression, make sure you sell that to the candidate in an accurate and transparent way, and give them a reality check.
Any other questions?
No?
We will now have the gift draw, so 1 minute please.
Thank you. Sorry.